Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle and this is going to be the Booktube Newbie Tag. So I thought about making this like my first video on this channel, but I don't know, for a while I felt like I kind of wasn't really a newbie because my husband has a channel and people kind of know who I am because of that, but I looked at the questions and I liked them, so I thought I would answer them. I'm going to be looking at them off my phone. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And then also I'll have Zach's link down below. Zach's books. He's pretty cool. And yeah, go subscribe there too. So let's just jump right into the tag. And the first question is, why did you start this channel? So, like I said, Zach has a channel. And I'm always the one who's sitting behind the camera. And I felt very comfortable with that, and you know, I was used to it, and yeah. But I was talking with him and a couple of my friends, and I decided that why not just jump in? If I'm not going to do it now, then I probably will like just keep postponing it and never doing it. And I do read a lot of books too, and I feel like I have some thoughts. And a lot of times I differ from Zach's opinions on books, so I figure why not talk about books myself? So yeah, that's the main answer for that. I'm gonna hopefully try and not answer questions like ahead in my answer, so I just gotta stick to the question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? So like I said, I think that I have a very wide genre of books that I read. Obviously, my main genres are thriller and horror, but I do read romance from time to time. I do like nonfiction. That was my husband's iPad. Sorry about that. I do like nonfiction. I do like sci-fi. So I pretty much will read from almost any genre. You probably won't see much of fantasy on here, but maybe that could be a video where I try fantasy. I don't know. I just have a lot of video ideas that have never worked out for Zach's channel, and so I'll bring them over here. And I'm a big consumer of BookTube. I love it. There's so many creators that I watch and love, and so yeah, I'm hoping to bring my own take and my own fresh perspective on the books that I read. Next question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Well, like I kind of was saying, I think that I have a wide variety of genres that I read, but I also have a wide variety of booktubers that I watch. Like I'll even watch fantasy booktubers, even though I probably will never read those. But I just love the idea of connecting with creators from all different genres and yeah, just connecting with other people reading, because I don't have a lot of readers in my personal life. I have like my mom, but she pretty much strictly reads romance, and she doesn't read romance like that I do, really. Like, I don't know. We don't have the same romance taste, her and I. So yeah, and then Zach is pretty much the only other one that I really talk to about books. I have a couple other friends here and there who read like one book every 4 months or something. And so, I don't know. I would just love another place to talk about books with people. And yeah. Why do you love reading? Well, I think it's, I love reading because I like experiencing different places and worlds that I personally will never get to do. For instance, in thrillers, I like a lot of thrillers, but like I'm not going to be going out and doing things that happen in thriller books. Like I'm not going out killing people, but I don't know, I like getting in the minds of different characters and seeing like what they're thinking. I love a good plot twist. I don't know, there's just so much I like about reading. It's just so relaxing, and yeah, I just love experiencing different things that I don't get to. And I haven't always, actually I think that's a future question. Okay, let's go to the next question. What book or series got you into reading? So, I would say I have not always been a reader, and I think that that's an answer to a question later on. But the books that got me back into reading were honestly the same as Zach's. So if you know him, oddly, Sherry Lapina, The Couple Next Door. I randomly picked up that book just totally on a whim because I was like, okay, I want to read. I want to get back into reading. And I like the idea of thrillers because we both like watching thriller movies. And I think Gone Girl, the movie, honestly also kind of played a part into this because I was like, there's got to be like an epic book like Gone Girl. Obviously, there's the book Gone Girl. But I just love the idea of figuring out like the twist, something crazy that happened. And I was like, you know what? I have more time on my hands. I was a nanny at the time, and so I was able to do stuff while the kids were sleeping. And so I was like, this could be a great time to be reading. And so I picked up a thriller. The Couple Next Door was the random thriller that I picked up. And that book really worked for me. It's definitely a beginner thriller, which, like I said, worked for me. And no, it's at this point, I probably wouldn't find it the most like inventive thriller ever, but for what I needed and to get me into reading, that book did exactly what it needed to do. So I would say that book, to answer that question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'm someone who likes to see behind the scenes of filming and like what the process is like, and also like I don't really have a lot of questions for other booktubers just because I don't know, I just don't. But I love seeing behind the scenes of filming and like what it's actually like for other people to film, because obviously we have our own way of doing things. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what other people do, and also like how many cuts do you take in a booktube video, because I feel like I can talk about a book enough, but I like forget things so fast and have to like rewind and kind of like look at my notes because I take notes while I read, and I don't want to be like doing that on camera. So I feel like, how many cuts do you take in a booktube video? Because I feel like I could be filming forever just because I'm looking at my notes and I want to, relay them in a video without just being like, oh my gosh, in The Couple Next Door, it's about blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So, I think the hardest to overcome will be I sit behind the camera and film Zach, and he will sit behind the camera and film me. Technically, this is actually a video that I set up and I'm doing myself, so hopefully all the lighting is good, the angles are good and all that, because I actually don't have him behind the camera for this one. So I think the challenges will be trying to find my own way of filming without needing Zach's help behind the camera and all of that. Also, just like making sure I can balance doing this while also reading, while also, flourishing in work and my relationship with Zach, balancing everything that I want to do, because I would love to be consistent on BookTube while also being consistent in every other aspect in my life, so it's all about the balance. Next question, when did you start reading? So, I have not always been a reader. I know a lot of people say that they've probably been reading so much since they were, a little kid. They remember their first books they've read and stuff. That is like not my journey at all. I have never been a big reader. I have always wanted to be a big reader though, because I have siblings who really enjoy reading, and they could just fly through books. They could, just finish so many books in just a short amount of time, and I'd honestly be jealous because I'm like, I wish I could be like that. I just never found the right books. Like, I wasn't reading thriller books in junior high when, my other siblings were at their peak of reading too. I wasn't really thinking that thriller was going to be my genre. So I just kept picking up romance books, and I was like, I honestly don't care about this. Or like random like literary fiction or something, like I don't care. And so I just never really got into it. And then, I picked up thriller. I found a book that worked for me. And then I would watch booktube videos for books like this, books with big plot twists. And that's what really helped me get into reading. And now I love reading, and I read every day at some point. So yeah, thanks Booktube for that, I guess. Where do you read? So I can read pretty much anywhere. The only place I can't read, I know this for sure, is like a plane, or like really I don't even read well like in the car, like physically reading in the car. I just get like very almost like, I don't know. I just can't focus if I'm in like a moving vehicle, but I can listen to an audiobook. I just can't like read the words on the page. I kind of get like lost in my reading if I'm in a car or, a moving vehicle, like I said. So yeah, otherwise I probably read pretty much on the couch that's in our bedroom, or the chair that I actually sit in, behind the camera where you see Zach filming. So yeah, there's the answer to that one. What kind of books do you like to read? So I feel like I've answered this now 4 times. I honestly didn't know that was a question on here. Thrillers. Thrillers are number 1. They probably always will be. Also, I have recently gotten into horror in 2022, and I'm loving that genre. I will still read romance, but like I said, it's not something that I'm actively reading. If I see a book or hear a book talked about that I would be, or I'm like, oh, that sounds really good, I would probably pick it up. And, I don't know if I would enjoy it, but it's not the genre that I'm really racing to read anymore, but I wouldn't like write it off by any means. And then nonfiction is another genre. Like I said, I really like memoirs. I really like celebrity memoirs too. Like if I know the person, then I'm more likely to pick it up because I'm interested in, what they're doing and all that. So yeah, like I said, I read a pretty wide genre, but those are probably like my 4 that I gravitate towards. What does your book collection look like? So I would love to do a video like this in the future. So give this video a like if you want to see it, because as far as I'm aware, if you follow Zach, like I said, my husband, Zach's books, you've seen his Stephen King room, which houses, or his office, we call it, which houses his Stephen King library and also his Goosebumps library. Well, what you have not seen super close is all of the different book carts and other bookcases that we have that house other genres. So right across from me in this room, there are 2 big book carts. They're like extra wide book carts, and they house Book of the Month books, which are pretty much exclusively thriller or horror. And then we have another book cart like that houses strictly thrillers, like I said, or a thriller and horror household. And then we have the other room in the house that has 2 huge built-in shelves that house all of the horror books. And then we have a bookshelf that's across from that you can kind of see in some pictures that I've posted on my Instagram, that houses also another load of thriller books. So if you'd like to see what that all looks like, I will definitely film that, like our thriller book collection video. I know that Zach is doing a video on his channel of the horror shelves, so keep a lookout for that. We're actually filming that pretty soon, I think. But then, yeah, all the like extra books that I have that really aren't thriller or horror, because I do have some. I'm actually getting a different bookcase for my birthday, and it's going to go kind of over here where I'm looking. And that's going to house more of the like romance and kind of like oddball genres that we don't have like a full collection of, because I don't actively collect nonfiction or romance. So yeah, that's going to be over here, and I'll definitely do a tour of that shelf because I'm so excited about it. It's coming on Wednesday. I don't know when this video is going up, but I definitely want to do a video of that because I'm so excited to decorate it and make it all cute and stuff. So yeah, collection videos will definitely come in the future. They just take a little bit more time to film. And yeah, that is the Booktube Newbie Tag. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know any answers you have to the questions that I just answered, and I'll leave the questions linked down below in the description box too. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel if you liked the answers to this question, or if you want to see more from me. I would love that. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!